And there's a lot more tools that we could go over, but the final one I want to give you for interpreting passages that we're kind of struggling with or just want to dig more deeply into is one that all the early fathers of the church, the early church, used very often, is getting a key passage, a very important passage in the Bible, usually in the Gospels, and using it to unlock the other whatever verses we're looking at. So what do I mean by this? Well, let's use some examples. St. Augustine would say, you need this canon within the canon. That's a term they would use. St. Augustine would use Luke 10:25 forward, right? So Jesus says there that we're supposed to love the Lord with all our heart and our neighbors ourselves. At every verse of Scripture we can interpret using that lens of, this is supposed to be telling me how to love God with all my heart and neighbor. Every verse in Scripture can be used within that lens, and we take that lens and we bring it over to look at other verses of Scripture, because it's kind of one of those key verses. Origen, another church father, would use Revelation 5:6, a lamb that was slain. It's a very difficult key, but I encourage you, look at some of Origen's commentary, and you'll see he's like one of the best biblical commentators ever. I'm not going to get more into that key because it's kind of obscure, and I encourage you just to look at it for yourself in Origen. One of my favorites keys of Scripture, I'm going to give you two of my favorites, is the one that the biblical scholar Dr. Scott Hahn uses, is Luke 22:20, and I love it, right? The new covenant in Jesus' blood. And he's doing it at the Last Supper, so this Eucharistic covenantal theology, this covenantal Eucharistic idea that Jesus has, is the key to unlocking all of Scripture. Covenant, the idea of covenant, and I'll probably do a video just on covenants and what they are, but God's covenant with us and at the table of the Last Supper in the Eucharist is just a wonderful key for looking at all of Scripture. Last one that I've recently encountered through the writings of Henry de Lubac, that I really, really quite enjoy a lot, is that helps me. The Bible, okay, so this Bible that I have right here, and sorry, it's kind of messed up. This is the Bible that I use, though. This right here, what is it? This is the book of the battles of the Lord. Okay, that's what it is. Everything about this is the battles of the Lord. The victories, you could say, but it's the book of the battles of the Lord, and everything we can understand in that sense.